here 10 tips and tricks how to make trap beats in Ableton. First, put saturator on the master, set it to bass shaper, leave that at no clip, turn off color, and right click the header and deactivate high quality and pre-DC filter, and set threshold to -2.1. So this comes pretty close to FL Soft Clipper and gives you that hard trap beat sound. Also, this output always stay at 0. It won't exceed that, so no clipping. If you think you want to have it like hit harder and get more distortion, you can crank up the drive so it gets more, distorted. The next trick would be to group all your melodies. Just highlight them all, right click, group. This way you get a group of all your melodies where you can put effects which will affect all those melodies simultaneously. So I usually just put EQ8 and low cut, so nothing of those melodies which are EQ'd, but combined they may bleed down to the low somewhere and clash with 808 and stuff. So this helps to keep it all clean. And also you can put effects on there which will affect the whole group, so you can do filter stuff like this. So I don't have to put that all on those elements. Also, sometimes it's nice to put halftime on there, just maybe for the intro or for some parts to make it interesting. You can automate that as well. Alright, speaking of halftime, next trick is how to use halftime if you don't want to buy that. Halftime turns stuff from this to this. And you can do the same with Ableton. You have to freeze that to audio. And when it's audio, you can pitch it down an octave, which is shortcut shift and arrow down or up if you want to pitch it up, but halftime usually turning things down. So -12, and also, and this is a bit annoying, you have to go to every single one of the audio files and have to press the X2 button, and it'll be the same as using halftime. This is the -12 and X2 clip, and this is the halftime clip. So halftime, and again Ableton. So it's similar, except halftime you can throw anywhere, MIDI, audio, doesn't care. If you want to have a cheap version, so just pitch it down 12 and use the X2 button. Next it would be hi-hat rolls, so if you highlight a MIDI clip and hold Command and Control +E and drag mouse up and down while holding the left mouse button, you can create those MIDI splits. Bonus tip, if you hold Control and I think it's Alt on Windows, you can create those ups and downs, and depending on the grid size, you just highlight a MIDI clip. Let's make a narrow grid, and now press Command +E or Control +E. It will divide that MIDI clip into as many segments as the grid size is. So the grid size is like only 2. We'll split that into 2. And again, if I want to have like an additional roll here, it's Command or Control +E, and dragging mouse up and down, and yeah, you can get those additional rolls. Tip number 5, how to set up your simpler to use with the 808. I personally use one-shot mode. I usually use gate, which means no matter how long the 808 is, it will only play as long as the MIDI clip is. So it's a very short MIDI clip. It will cut out here, while in trigger mode, every time it gets triggered with a MIDI note, no matter how long the MIDI note is, it'll always play the whole 808 until the end. So if you want to play around with little breaks maybe or so you should use gate mode, and if you want to just blast the 808 through, then use trigger mode. You can play around with a fade out knob, which is like in FL Studio they got that out knob if you want to shorten the 808. You can also play around with the velocity and volume knob. It's very silent like this and gets louder like that. Next step would be to use a drum rack for the perks. And I use a simpler for the hi-hat because of all the rolls, and if you want to pitch stuff you can't really use drum rack because it's just like in this one single line and you can't use it to pitch things up and down. So hi-hat gets a simpler and all the other perks usually go here in the drum rack. Tip number 7. If you want to pitch your melodies up or down, you can use this Max for Live device. It's a free device. Master pitch, which goes on every track you'd like to get pitched. And it comes in 2 versions. There's a master pitch, which obviously goes on the master, and the track pitch, which goes on like any track you'd like to get pitched. And if you set it up like that and use the knob, or you can go whole octave, it'll change every track where you put the track pitch accordingly to the setting here. So if you want to have it a little more convenient, I recommend the Varispeed. It's about $20, Max for Live device, but this just slap on the master and you can do the same with a single click. Yeah, you can exclude anything. Hi-hats usually just should stay there, so I put in the name of the channel, it's hi-hat, and this channel won't be affected. Pretty cool device, but for free you can use the master pitch. Tip number 8, prepare a template for yourself, save it as default. This is my template. Things I often use is of course 808, I just put a spins in here to get things started. There's also the drum rack, and I also already put in the MIDI. This is usually where the snare, the clap goes, so I don't have to do that. Also got a hi-hat. So this is what's already in there. I got 2 effects channel for like swoosh and lifts and risers and stuff. And I got a melody bus, and I put some VSTs already in there, which I often use, so I don't have to go into plugin and search or set up stuff like that. Really helps just to speed up your workflows. Also have MIDI clips already in there and can right away go in there and create stuff. Also tempo, I got it at 140 BPM. This is what Trap think pretty good value or start. Can always speed things up, but 140 is usually fine for the beginning. I also got my little tag. On the master I got my, from the first tip, saturator setting. I got the Varispeed from the previous tip, and this one is because I use Slate VSX headphones, which sampled some different environments. Yeah, create a template. It really helps speed things up. I got a kick also here, just like a first kick, and it's deactivated because I not often or not always use a kick, but if I want, it's already in there and I just can click in the notes, and it's really fast working that way. Tip number 9, use Ableton synths, especially Meld. I made a whole video and also made some preset, which I show in the video. And Meld is pretty interesting because I got this weird, well, not oscillators, but sound engines stuff, and can be super interesting and can create interesting sounds. So this is just one instance of Meld, no effects on it. Maybe I can show you some other presets. Some pads, not sure if they work with a melody. Also, I think wavetable is pretty nice. Also found that Ableton sets load way faster when using the internal soft synths from Ableton. Tip number 10 would be just get good drum samples. It's the foundation, it's the most important thing to have good drums. Ableton itself offers a trap drum pack, which can be found in under packs, and if you search for trap, there's this trap drum sounds. I personally don't use them, but there are lots of also good free packs out there, or like some better packs from producers. I personally like Cody. Just got the Metal Slug X. There's a better version which you can download from his Discord. Also for Armored Core. On Black Friday he had a sale and got the Metal Slug X, but for months I used the Metal Slug Beta, which is just a free and stripped down version, which is super good and has super nice drums. And Metal Slug X, a full kit, offers of course more drums and stuff, but more is not always better. So the free version brought me far. Cymatics offers kits which are also pretty good, I think. So get good drums to make great beats, and those are my 10 tips and tricks. Hope you learned anything or something. Thanks a lot for watching, and goodbye.